anything?
Oh no.
Yep.
Does he seriously have to do this on Christmas?
Of course. He waits for the perfect time.
Well, how come he didn't ask your parents?
He did. They finally turned him down.
You're kidding.
No. Just as surprised as you are.
It's definitely a first for them.
I think they're finally starting to get the hint that he's just not going to change. He swears he has his life together and just hit a bump on the road.
Yeah, well, how many wrecks have you and your parents cleaned up for him? It's time for him to put his big boy pants on and pay up for the $1,000 we sent him last year if he's got his life together now. Ridiculous.
Look, he's still typing. The ellipses has been up for like 2 minutes now.
Give me the phone.
Try to be nice.
Margaret, we've tried nice.
Still, he's my brother.
Yeah, but you don't see my brother pulling these stunts.
I know.
Here.
Joe, seriously?
I'm not going to coddle him like your parents. I told him like it is.
Yeah, but what you said was too blunt. He's not even typing anymore.
Good. He finally gets the hint.
Joe.
What?
You're being cruel for no reason.
No reason.
Yeah, no reason.
You're kidding, right?
Don't tell me this about your parents.
We're not going to make it to Christmas Eve dinner this year. We want to be extra safe because of the pandemic. We want to protect you.
Anything I said that was wrong?
Not particularly, but remind me, what are we doing tomorrow?
Okay, here we go.
Oh, now you start to see the problem.
I know what you're trying to
We can eat dinner with your parents, but not mine.
You know your parents are getting older and they have those underlying conditions.
All the more reason to go see them.
Why risk it?
Because they're my parents and I'd like to see them. God forbid they do succumb to it as you fear. I don't get to see them.
Joe, you know I love your parents. You know where my heart is in all this.
All I see is hypocrisy right now. Your parents can have an underlying condition you don't know about.
We're being safe and having it outside.
Oh, give me a break. Just admit you don't want to see my parents.
You know that's not true. I just don't want to expose them.
Do you have COVID? Do I have COVID?
No, I don't.
Then what's the problem?
There's always that small chance we could be asymptomatic.
Oh, please, just forget it.
If you want to see them so
Oh, shut up.
Excuse me?
I said shut up!
Do not talk to me that way ever again. Just put something on.
You want the lights off?
Yes, please.
Alexa, turn the lights off.
Hey, honey, our baby's here.
Joe,
Margaret, you okay? Alexa, lights on. Who the heck are you?
Oh, it's me!
Don't move, I'll poke!
Oh, please don't!
You got 10 seconds to explain yourself.
It's Christmas, I'm Santa, I'm here to deliver presents!
Stop the jokes, I'll poke!
Seriously, who are you?
Chris Kringle, Saint Nick, Father Christmas, Père Noël, Pelsnickel!
Pochnickel!
Mark. We obviously fell asleep. Hey, we fell asleep during the movie.
Yeah, that has to be it.
Well, if that's the case, that means that you two are dreaming the same dream. As an expert in putting sugar plum fairies into dreams, I can assure you, you never dream the same dream. Similar, but not exact. See?
Okay, so we're not dreaming.
You can't be serious, we have to be.
Apparently not.
Well, obviously it's not the real Santa Claus.
Of course, we just gotta test him.
Right. Go ahead.
All right, whoever you are.
It's America, you can call me Santa.
Fine, Santa, if that's your real name, then prove it. Prove you're the Santa Claus.
Are you sure? Every time I'm asked to do this, there's a certain reaction I get.
Out with it.
Okay, fine. All right. Joe, when you were just 6 years old, your eyes lit up when I brought you hungry hippos. You and your brother played non-stop for the first few months. However, you were rather aggressive with your favorite green hippo. After slamming the trigger hard in the attempt to win a rather close round, the green hippo's mouth broke. You were forced to settle with what you called the inferior blue hippo. You didn't win many rounds after that. Margaret! Don't poke me. Even though your belief in me dwindled at the age of 9, you were obsessed with baking. So I brought you that easy bake oven, and you cooked small portions without direct supervision from your mother. You sneak out those little small portions of the Pillsbury chocolate chip cookie doughs from the fridge and bake cookies. And the first few tries didn't go so well, but soon you were baking delicious cookies that you could not wait to try. Your brother even took a few off the pan when you weren't looking. It wasn't your dad as you originally thought. Yep, that's the reaction.
I'm gonna kill my brother.
I see your brother was taken from people at a young age.
Oh, stop it.
Interesting.
What?
Wait,
Well-
I stopped believing in you when I was 10.
Well, at a certain age or maturity, the belief in Santa Claus begins to dwindle. But each person still has a bit of childlike tendency in their heart, enough for one last visit from their old friend.
Then why do you stop giving us presents?
Are you sure about that? Have your parents ever given each other that look of, did you buy that? The mystery gift? Even though my gifts dwindle as you grow, I still listen for your innermost desires.
Fine. If you're using Joe's and I's last bit of childlike juices or gases or whatever it is to come visit us one last time, what gifts have you come to bring us?
Yeah. What innermost desires did you bring us?
You'll see. But for now, I think I'd like some of Margaret's famous chocolate chip cookies.
Now who's getting a gift?
Oh, come on now! You used to love baking me cookies when you were younger. Plus, you've gotten so much better. Right, Joe?
They are pretty good.
See, even Joe wants some.
Fine, I'll make you some.
What about me?
Oh, I've seen that look before. Mrs. Claus can give a dirty look from time to time, too.
The joys of marriage.
Oh, yes. Oh, each day we continue to learn something new about one another. Every day brings its own new set of challenges. You'll see.
Right. Santa, don't you think you need to begin to move on? I'm sure you have many houses to visit.
Oh, don't worry about that. I operate on a different standard of time compared to you all.
Wait, what?
Time moves slower for me.
Oh, so you're a time lord. I knew it.
What? Who?
Exactly.
Oh, you guys walked right into that one.
I couldn't help myself.
Ooh, well played. So, Joe, tell me about Margaret's brother, Stephen.
What do you want to know?
You know.
And I'm assuming you do too.
Of course I do. I know what all the good little boys and girls are up to.
Then why ask me? Why not ask Margaret?
Because only your interpretation is what matters to me right now. In your own time, Joe.
Stephen started up his own business and seemed to be doing well. He asked his parents and Margaret for money to help get the business off the ground. Stephen's business started to flourish. At least that's what we originally thought. Yet for some reason he would ask for $1,000 here and there to help cover for expenses. Margaret, being the financially minded person in the family, got suspicious. According to his profits, he should have had way more than enough money to help buy the expenses. Margaret prodded Stephen for months. He lied and lied and lied until the guilt finally overcame him. He admitted he had been gambling every weekend. Poker, blackjack, everything else you can think of. Lost thousands from the business account. Borrowed money from his parents and us again to help cover himself, but then wound up gambling that away too. Once he confessed, he thankfully started changing his life around. Started paying off his debts. Paid us back a little. But then tonight, here we go again. He starts texting us, asking us for more money. The dude can't stay out of trouble. His parents are done helping him. Margaret is done helping him. And I sure don't want to help that dude feed his addiction anymore. He's a complete waste of my time and money.
So you believe he's turned back to his old ways?
Yeah, I know how addicts operate. We're starting hearing his excuses and lies again next.
It seems that Stephen's past actions has caused mistrust from yourself, Margaret, and the rest of the family.
Yeah, it has.
That's a shame.
Sure is.
No, you don't understand. It's a shame that you don't trust him.
Well, why should I? He's practically stolen from us.
Yes, he did. But I happen to remember the times that you stole from your brother when you were younger.
Yeah, but that was a candy and a few dollars here and there.
And what happened that time you stole $5 from him when you were 14?
Cookies will be done in about 7 minutes.
Oh, wonderful. Margaret, I would actually like for you to hear this conversation too.
Oh, what conversation?
Joe, you were saying.
Well, when my brother caught me, he grabbed my hand and pinned me against the wall. I thought I was dead. Instead, he gently took the $5 away from me, stared me in my eyes and said, "Brother, I've had a suspicion you've been stealing from me for a while. I want you to know how disappointed I am in you. What you're doing is wrong and you know that. However, I love you and I forgive you. If you need money for something, then ask. Or work hard enough to earn your own."
And did you steal from him or anyone else ever again?
No.
From what I remember, you got a job that summer cutting lawns and saved up a good chunk of money. Didn't need to steal anymore.
Joe, I never knew about that.
I didn't remember that story until just now.
Amazing how forgiveness can change a person. Margaret, when your brother texted you earlier asking for money, did he say what for?
He said he just needed some cash.
And you automatically assumed he was gambling again.
Every time we've given him money, it's gone to gambling.
But the past 6 months he's been paying you back, yes?
Yeah, he has.
What if I told you that he wasn't gambling again?
Wait, he's not?
Thank goodness.
Then what does he need the money for?
Well, he just paid off a huge settlement to his last creditor. Besides yourself and your parents, of course. He needs $200.
What for?
Don't know if I should say.
Joe, grab me the fire poker.
Oh, no, please don't!
Out with it, old man, or up the chimney you go.
Okay, fine. He was going to buy a round-trip plane ticket and surprise you all for Christmas dinner tomorrow. So he couldn't say why he was asking.
I'm kidding.
He hadn't come home for Christmas in like 5 years.
Wait, did you say he was going to?
Yes, was, until a certain text.
Ah,
Yeah.
I should call him.
Wait, Margaret.
What?
Let me do it. I need to apologize for some of the harsh things I said to him.
Are you sure? He's my brother.
He's my brother too. And I need to act like it.
This is the first time Joe's ever called Stephen.
It won't be the last.
All right, Pelschnickel, you gonna start dropping some omniscient forecasts for me now?
I'm not as omniscient as you think. Only when I have my list and when I'm in present company.
Well, here I am, presently in your company. Forecast away.
Okay. Tomorrow's forecast will be cloudy with a light snow happening between 12:27 p.m. and 1:34 p.m.
I'm gonna hurt you.
I want to apologize. You are very considerate, Margaret.
Huh?
I said you are considerate.
Oh, thanks.
It's one of my favorite attributes about you.
Yeah, I'm so considerate that my husband hates me for not wanting to put his parents at risk.
Go on.
Why should we put them at risk when Joe knows his dad's on his last leg anyway? Joe's father smoked. A lot. I mean, he quit when he was 50, but the damage has already been done. Now imagine we go over there and he gets sick. A virus that is detrimental to the respiratory system, infecting a 60-year-old man who practically has chronic bronchitis. And not to mention his mother who has type 2 diabetes. I can't tell you the stories I've read of the symptoms diabetics contract. It's horrible. And if I inadvertently kill Joe's parents by giving them this disease, I don't think I could live with that. I don't want it on my conscience. I don't think I could forgive myself.
So, you're concerned about your in-laws and how vulnerable they are.
I am.
You know, several years ago, as I was delivering presents, I came upon a rather large house. Many occupants inside, so I had to be rather sneaky that night. As I finished dropping off the many presents, I sensed something that I normally don't sense on the busiest night of my year. I sensed that it was someone's last Christmas. Nay, their last night. So I snuck up the stairs and peeked through a crack in the door. The grandmother, I suspect, was clutching onto her dying husband's hand. He was strapped to a ventilator, eyes barely open but peering lovingly up to his wife. She smiled, kissed his forehead, and said, "Is this it?" He could barely move, but I saw him give a faint nod and apply the rest of his strength to her grasping hand. Then she replied, "My love, if he's calling you home, then run to him. Don't worry about me. I'm not afraid. I'll be okay. We'll all be okay. I'll see you soon." She began to cry a bit, tears coating both of her cheeks. And I think he passed away right then and there. As I think back on that moment, it's not her tears that flood my memory, though. It's the fact that she was smiling while she was crying. She was smiling. smiling. And then I thought, what would happen if I were in the grandmother's position and Mrs. Claus was in the grandfather's position? Would I still be able to smile while crying?
She loved him so much.
Yes, she did.
But she wasn't afraid at all when he passed.
Not one bit.
Why am I so afraid?
Because you're human. And you're well aware of how vulnerable your in-laws are.
What am I missing?
What do you fear?
I guess I fear for their safety.
And what about your parents when you visit them tomorrow?
Well, they're not as vulnerable, and I haven't seen them in months.
And how long has Joe not seen his parents?
A few months.
And how long has it been since you've not seen them?
Much longer.
Margaret, you're not wrong to be concerned. In fact, it's being safe and smart. However, I believe you've let this concern evolve into fear. You fear that if your in-laws contract this virus and pass away, it will be your fault. You fear that you will be punished by your Creator. But I tell you this, you're already doing it to yourself. For you see, that is exactly what fear does to a person. It is a punishment. And there's only one way to combat this.
Let's cast out fear.
Yes. And replace it with
Perfect love.
well, you didn't need my help at all.
I did. I just needed the reminder.
All right, cookies are. Hello?
I'm sorry about earlier, our fight.
Wait, Margaret, you're sorry? No. I'm the one that should apologize. I should not have yelled at you like that.
I shouldn't have said no to going to your parents tonight. I've been so afraid, and I really haven't considered your feelings on the matter.
And I shouldn't have been so harsh on your brother earlier, so forgive me. I'm so sorry, my love.
Did you two have a good talk?
Yeah, we really did. He was really thankful I called to sort things out.
Did you give him the money?
Yeah. And I didn't tell him that we knew of a surprise visit tomorrow, so we should really act surprised when we see him.
Perfect. Santa, did you want a cookie?
Oh, yes, sure.
Did you want some milk?
Oh, no, I'm watching my weight.
Santa,
Yes?
thank you.
Seriously. Thank you.
You're welcome, my old friends.
Are we ever going to see you again?
Afraid not. The juice has run out for you two, but
What?
between the two of you, you can create new Christmas spirit.
How do we do that?
Well, it's part of my gift that I brought for both of you.
Well, where is it then?
It's here. You just haven't noticed it yet.
I'll find this thing easily. Excuse me.
Oh, so tell you like my friends. I'm afraid it's time for me to go.
Well, at least give us a hint where it's at.
Well, I promise that it's in this room. Oh, Joe,
Yes.
remember what I said earlier about time moving slower for me?
Yeah, I do.
Don't freak out.
Huh?
Alexa, rewind.
What just happened?
He really is a Time Lord.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Oh, wait. If we went back in time, did I talk to your brother?
The cookies are still here. Don't tell me we have to go through this all over again.
Okay, so the call happened and I sent him the money.
Ooh, Santa's lucky we don't see him again. I poke him till he beg for mercy.
I'm sure he would.
Joe,
Yes, love.
let's go surprise your parents for breakfast tomorrow. I'll get up first thing to make it.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Thank you.
Want a cookie?
Yes, ma'am.
What's this?
I don't know.
It's from Santa.
Open it up. Let's read it.
Dear Margaret and Joe, thank you for your hospitality tonight. It was a pleasure getting to know both of you better. I pray that you two have a long, prosperous marriage together. I thank you for listening to a foolish old man and the wisdom I was able to impart to you tonight. Both of you learned valuable lessons. First, casting out your fears. The fear of losing money, the fear of losing family, and, of course, being able to forgive one another for your transgressions. Most importantly, as Margaret demonstrated to me, you two are planted with a man who makes forgiveness, casting out fear, and perfect love possible. The true heart of Christmas. The true spirit. Now, friends, humor me as I switch to verse. The gift that I brought may require a nurse, for you see, Margaret does not yet know what a precious present she has in tow. The solitary spirit for you will fade, but together new spirit will be made. In the form of a first daughter or son, in September your long wait will be done. Don't believe me? Test me. See if I'm right. Merry Christmas, my dear friends, and good night.